Hello and welcome to USA Homeless Crisis. I'm David, and today I have two of my homeless friends.
George.
How you doing,
Hey,
George?
Chris.
And what's your name, my friend?
Chris.
How you doing today?
Good, good.
I saw my guy sitting over here, and I wanted to come over here and talk to him and see what I could do for him and see how their homeless journey be going. So tell me, guys, what's been going on out here?
I'm having a rough time now. I got ran off with that. But God's going to look out for me.
So what happened with your last living arrangements?
Same thing. They always boot me out, but I, I don't depend on God. God's always going to look out for me, and He will look out for you if you ask Him.
You know, and we really our heart goes out to anybody that's homeless, and especially when you get displaced from a place you were staying in.
Right.
Have you found a new place to stay yet?
I just got kicked out yesterday.
So right now you don't know where you're going to be staying at tonight.
Same thing with him.
So tell me, my friend, what's going on with you over here? How you going? How you doing?
Oh, about the same. Trying to find somewhere to stay where people unless you want to talk to like and stuff. Having a hard time keeping things.
I like your pen.
Oh well, thank you, my friend. I got
Yeah, me
uh
too.
some clothes and blanket and stuff like that that I'm gonna give you guys.
Alright,
You know, make sure y'all get all of that before I leave here.
yeah, alright.
So tell me, what is the roughest part of being homeless now? I know y'all don't have a place to stay right now, but
What's the roughest?
yeah, what would you say to anybody out there that's homeless about how tough it is out here, so they can understand homeless life?
Well, all I can say to them, don't give up. Keep your head up, and you will get some help. But I don't worry about what people say. Right now, I'm fixing to be 71 in 5 more months, and God's looking out for us. We're good, but we got people that just don't care.
You know,
I,
that's
I,
amazing.
I
You, no, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no,
No,
I
I'm saying
just
you're
I
70. What?
rely I rely on God because anything He do for me or say or whatever, I, I can depend on Him. He's got a heart that nobody can beat it, and He loves you. He loves all of us.
And you are 71 years old,
Fixing to be.
fixing to be well. Happy birthday and congratulations.
Thank you.
How did you actually become homeless, and how long have you been homeless?
Almost almost 5 years.
Do you have family?
Nah, sure don't. I did, but you know.
So you don't have anybody that you can count on, like.
Well, see, I don't rely on people, even though, 'cause God will always be there for you, regardless. And I just, you know, and I know He's pushing me to ask somebody, but I don't want to do that, bro. I put myself in this position, and I'm gonna put myself out of this position. And that's all I can do for myself, just move myself around. But I'm 71, fixing to be 71 in 5 more months, and people don't believe it, but I really don't care if they don't believe it or not. I pray for them, and I pray for myself.
Yes, sir. And we got people on our channel that have big hearts that pray for the homeless people, and they're gonna
Thank
definitely pray for you. My friend, I want to ask you a question. Do you have any family?
Um, yeah, um,
you. Because
yeah. I hadn't talked to him a whole lot lately. I mean, I saw my dad a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask. So, do they know your homeless situation?
Yeah, for sure.
And how did you become homeless?
Long story. Just a few mistakes.
Well, one thing about it, we don't judge anybody. Our ultimate goal is to reunite homeless people with their loved ones. If not, we want to find out what can we do to help homeless people to improve their living situation or their overall situation. And we know it's hard, but I like to get homeless people to tell their story to people so they can kind of understand what homeless life is all about. And that's what this channel is about. It's reality. And it's all about homeless people telling their stories to people to understand their journey they're going through. So we don't judge anybody.
Good.
And we always ask that, do you need to make a phone call or to anyone or anything that we could do? Now, I want to ask both of y'all, what could people out here do to better help the homeless people? And I'd like to ask you first, if you had.
I tell you what, it relies on the people, what they think about that. And there's a lot of people they don't think about it. They can care less. But there's a bunch of people that really loves it. And they always ask me to go to church with them and all that. And I've been through that one time, and people just look at you crazy. I didn't come to church, and I'm not the preacher for y'all to be looking at me. The preacher's up there. I just come here because a friend asked me to come here with him. And I don't get mad. I just don't rely on people like that. Whatever it is, I still love
Well, you have a good attitude, my friend. How much, living from day to day out here, people are interested in what it actually takes for you guys to make it from day to day. And the reason why I ask that is because people who watch this channel, they try to help out homeless people they see on this channel. And I was just wondering, how much money it takes for you to survive each day.
it. I'm at this store over here every day. I get run off. Sometimes I don't get run off. But I make what I can. And people help us out. But it's just, that's not the point. The point I'm getting to is that I want to make my own money. But I can't. I can't, because how can I tell you? God made me what I'm supposed to be doing, but it's hard. But he keeps on telling me it's not hard if you do it. And that's right, if I do it. But I don't know, man. I just don't know. I rely on myself because I don't want to rely on people or anybody. All I do is ask God to take care of our children. He does that. He's a wonderful guy.
I see you have very strong faith, my friend, and that's good. And I see that helps you persevere and overcome these obstacles and things that you have to deal with out here on the streets.
That's right.
If someone were to offer you a job, what type of skills would you say you have?
Transmission.
Or you work on cars?
Uh, well, anything, lawnmowers, weed eaters, whatever. Without tools, you can't do nothing.
Yeah, that's true. And people always look to offer homeless people a job to get them back, because you did say you don't like to ask people for nothing. You like to work and do things on
Yeah,
your
but
own.
when I work, because I love mechanic work, but regardless, I don't have tools. I let them, ask me, help. Then when I get through with them, I clean them up, give them back to them. They don't expect that from nobody, but that's just me. But if you trust me with tools, I got every right to clean them up. Because you got a big heart to help me. I'm gonna show you my big heart to help to tell you thank you.
Well, we really appreciate you being a person that's grateful, and that is a good attribute to have. We really that really do wonders for you, my friend. And I wanted to say this in conclusion. Is there any?
Excuse me for a minute.
Go right ahead.
This man right here,
Yes, sir.
you need a good mechanic. This dude is bad. He's good. I'm talking about super good.
Oh, really?
He'll work on any kind of car and weird things that he can make out of anything. A little piece of metal, he'll make something out of that. That's something that I can't do. If I put my head into it, I mean, it would have to be my design. But this guy here, mastermind.
Well, really, that's great.
Yeah,
Don't.
he's a damn good mechanic.
Well, that's great to hear. You don't have to be so modest, my friend. And I'm glad you told us that, because that let everybody know that there's more to a person that's homeless than just him being out here on the streets. They have skills and they have goals and dreams just like everybody else. They just, for one reason or other, just fell on hard times and are homeless now. And I'm glad you let us know that, because that let people understand that people out here homeless are just like us. So is there anything that y'all would like to say to people out here on behalf of the homeless people? Because you are a very good spokesman for the homeless people, my friend. And I really enjoy talking to you. And I want everybody to find out where y'all going to be located so they can come by and offer some assistance. So where are you going to be in the next couple of days? So if any good people would like to come by and help you out with some money, food, or even a job, where could they find you guys?
Well, I think for a couple of days, probably up under the bridge, right there on Jessamine.
So you're going to be up under the bridge,
Ain't got no other choice.
and I feel bad, my friends, that we live in the richest country in the world and we have people that have to live under a bridge. And the president said that he was going to do something about the homeless people. And he is a man of action. And he said that he was going to create tent cities. He was going to help people that's homeless get back in society. He was going to also help homeless people get rehabilitated. And this is some of his initiatives that he has said. What do you guys think about that?
I think that's a good idea. And a man that's wants to do that for us, but I ain't gonna just say us, but if he's gonna do that for the homeless, he's got a big heart.
And well, there is reports on how President Donald Trump has helped homeless people in New York, people who didn't have a place to stay. He let them stay in his condominium and stuff like that. So there are reports that he has a big heart whenever he decides to put his mind to doing something. And he have said that he was going to look into this homeless crisis, and that is a good thing. He is one of the first presidents I heard to mention that, and I hope he follows through with those things that he said. Yes, sir. And I would like to say thank you to both of you guys for talking to us and letting us know how your lives are going out here on the streets being homeless. And if there's anything that you would like to say to anybody, this is the time to say it.
All I can say is keep your heart open and your mind clear, so that way you can think what you're going to say to the next person. Because God loves you. That's the person I'm talking about. If you got your mind and your heart set right, you can talk to God any kind of way, but in a good way.
Yes, sir.
That's about all I can say.
You said it well, my friend. And my friend, the master mechanic, is there anything you would like to say to anybody before we go?
I don't know how to use a job.
Well, anybody out there that's looking for a master mechanic, someone that can work on cars and
Whatever.
trucks or whatever, or tanks, or a handyman.
Dude, good.
Hey, contact me on my channel, USA Homeless Crisis. I will make sure I get the word to both of these guys. And before I go, tell them your name one more time, my friend.
George Diaz.
This is George Diaz.
Yes,
And Chris Sanders.
I beg your pardon?
Chris Sanders.
And Chris Sanders. Look for these two homeless guys. They are willing to work, and I'm sure they would do a great job for anybody. And thank everybody for following us on USA Homeless Crisis. I really appreciate it. God bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.